if what's important to us is important, we're willing to step out on faith, and God will take care of us, and God will make up the difference.
Our guest today, TD, he's living proof that stepping out on faith can create both abundance and opportunity. After 11 years as a financial planner, our guest today traded in spreadsheets for work boots.
And we moved to a place that we didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything. We're very constitutionally minded, freedom oriented, freedom minded. We were incredibly content. We were incredibly happy. That made that step out on faith like that much bigger. So we got this crazy idea. We just started doing a lot of research in states. We're homeschool people, so we were homeschooling our kids. And we're very constitutionally minded, freedom oriented, freedom minded. So we basically started doing a list like what's important to us: freedom, culture, and homeschool freedom. And so we got a short list of about 3 or 4 states. One was Texas, one was Oklahoma, and one was Montana. And I didn't like the medical freedom in Montana. And we had decided on Oklahoma. We had never been to Oklahoma. We had never been to Texas. We didn't know anybody in Oklahoma. We didn't know anybody in Texas. And so we scheduled a family vacation just south of Norman, Oklahoma. And for any of you that don't know or remember, there was a Category 5 that hit Norman, Oklahoma, and completely flattened it. And so my wife's like, man, I don't know if Oklahoma's still on the table. And very long story longer, we decided on Texas. And what it meant, though, is we were unable, because of the housing market, we were inside this real weird bubble. And because of the housing market, we were unable to sell our home. So that meant if we were going to move, and I was a guy with an 800 plus credit score, I had hundreds of thousands of dollars in revolving credit lines. I had a strong business. I had a little bit of cash. And I'm like, I don't see any other option than just letting them foreclose on the house. And I'm like, now this is a strategic move, because it's going to destroy my credit. And whenever we land where we're at, I'm not going to have access to credit. And so that made that step out on faith like that much bigger. So when we're doing this reset, it was an absolutely complete reset.
Okay, so you want to keep the wealth in the family. I get it. I hear you. Me too. That's why we wrote this book, Don't Spread the Wealth. Everyone tells you that you want to spread the money, spread the wealth around. No. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the money in the family with the people you love and care about, where it belongs, for as many generations as possible. That's what we talk about in this book. In this book, we have an incredible 15-page bonus you can download, which instructs you on how to start the conversation with your family on annual family banking meetings, how to host them, some sample exercises, and a sample agenda. Tons of amazing, great benefits. Go ahead, get a copy right now. Head on over to Don't Spread Wealth. That's don'tspreadwealth.com. Don'tspreadwealth.com. You're going to love it.
And
From the ground up, except for family values.
Yep. And, and it comes down to what is truly important to you. And if it's truly important to you, and, we're Christians, we trust God, we rely on God. And if what's important to us is important, we're willing to step out on faith, and God will take care of us, and God will make up the difference. So 14 years ago, we moved. I had about 70,000 in cash, and we moved to a place that we didn't know anybody. I didn't know anything. My intention was potentially start a business here in Texas, and we moved. It took us about 8 months to find a fixer-upper that we could purchase with cash. So we did that. We started working on the house and the homestead. We started out with 5 acres, and after we got kind of not really settled in. I think we were here less than 30 days, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to get a job. I need to get a job right now, and I'll kind of figure it out from there. I had several interviews and lots of different things I was interested in um, that would have worked well, but I didn't get any callbacks. So I settled for kind of like a fill-in position at a supply house construction company. And my first year, I made $31,000. So my last year in construction, I made about $450,000. And my first
That's
year,
the opposite version of 10x if anyone's doing the math.
my first year, I made $31,000. But here's what's fascinating. We were incredibly content. We were incredibly happy. We started out in a small farmhouse, renting that until we found our house in the country. I could come out my step. I could look to the left. I could look to the right. If I looked up, I could see cows, longhorns. My neighbor had longhorns, and couldn't see my neighbors. If I wanted to pee off my front step, I had the liberty to do that. I didn't have to worry about annoying or bothering.
It's the little things that matter.
Yeah.
All right, you're a farmer, you're a rancher. It's time that you had more control. Figure out how you can finance your operation, have way more control, and keep your farm where it belongs with you and your family. How are you going to do that? Well, visit growyourowncapital.com. That's growyourowncapital.com and pick up a copy of this incredible book. It's going to teach you exactly how to do it.